Hi, it's my prediction that you're watching this on social media and that most people in your network are sharing successes, achievements, accreditations, progress, growth. Of course, it's social media. Everything looks like that in the best foot forward world. From the outside, that's how things can seem. But I bet from the inside, none of those businesses are completely problem free. Their issues are real, and there's a different story. That's certainly what we found in the last 5 years of running Mettryx and the businesses that we've worked with, but more about that in a second. Quick introduction. I am Phil Walker and the co-founder of Mettryx and of Vindine. Vindine's a small English wine company that I run on the weekends with my wife. I'm obviously married. I have a 7-year-old son, and I used to pretend to be extremely active, running things like marathons, doing triathlons, long distance swims. I think the most I can manage at the moment is a business meeting on a golf course. So I know the pressures of business and life are real, but it's my background in the finance departments of larger businesses that brought me to found Mettryx to try and bring those experiences to the SME world. So, yes, perhaps you're running an SME, you've scaled, you've grown, you've got £1 million of turnover or more, 5 million, 10 million, but actually the finance support that your business has not kept pace. The business is growing, but so is the weight of managing all those numbers yourself. There are numbers there somewhere, but they're not actually telling you what you need to know. They're not helping you make decisions. The reports aren't timely enough. Actually, quite a lot of the time, you find yourself either just looking at the bank balance or big decisions go on gut feel, and that's not a comfortable position that you want to continue with. When was the last time you actually felt genuinely on top of the numbers within your business? And can you remember what that felt like? When it wasn't reactive or firefighting, you're actually able to stop, take a second, make a proactive decision. We're often called into businesses because cash flow is the kind of thing that keeps people up at night. Perhaps you've got forecasts in the business, but they're not used, let alone trusted. You've got a cost base that you don't quite understand, and you're struggling to make pricing decisions about your new products or existing products. Perhaps there's more pressure coming from new minority shareholders, or pressure from future shareholders. You're looking to raise investment to grow your business, perhaps take on debt to grow your business. Those are additional stakeholders that you've not had to deal with before, and you need more help in supporting outputs for. You need decisions, and you've got to be able to back up some of your performance with real numbers. All businesses have a plethora of issues. They're all different, but is usually an underlying sense of tension and challenge that has brought them to the fore. It's working with businesses like yours over the last 5 years that has helped us develop the defining performance model. That's our structured system of working with businesses, depending on the maturity and where they are, through a base camp, ascent, and summit structured system. But I can talk more in detail about that in the future. Perhaps some direct recent feedback just to help understand. A non-exec strategic advisor digested one of the diagnostic reports that we did for one of his clients, and his reaction was it was extremely good. He wished that he could run some of the rest of his portfolio of businesses through that process to get the insights into where they were, what they needed to work on to elevate their finance support and help support them get to the next level. if anything in that sounds familiar, or even all of it sounds familiar, then fantastic. The first step is always a conversation. But that's it from me now. More to come in the future.